Hi everybody, this is Shiva Biram signing in. Welcome to my channel, and I am here to explain you one more problem regarding isometric position. Almost all this is the fourth session that I am going to deal regarding isometric projections. So here I am going to consider the front view and top view which are given to us, and we are going to have the semicircle and circle. In the top view we have two layers, the C section, and we know that from the front view we are going to get X measurement and Z measurement, Z axis measurement, and from the top view we shall have X and Y measurements. So from the front view the X is measurement along X axis is 70 units and Z is 30 units, and measurement along Y units from the top view we have got as 30. With these measurements of X, Y and Z, we have constructed a cuboid in order to develop the isometric view of the object with the given views. So as we have already seen that the X and Y axis are to be represented by making an angle of 30 degrees with respect to the reference line, and Z axis will be at 90 degrees. So let me represent the top view here. The X represents the direction of front view. At a distance of 30 we are going to have simply I am projecting the elevation here. We have to construct the front view. The usage of mini drafter will minimize the errors and increases the accuracy. So once we project the front view, we can remove the lines which are not required for us. Next, so now let us come to the top view. This C section, let us try to project here. As per the lengths given in the top view, we have to represent. Here, from the top view, it is very much clear that we are going to have two parts having the semicircle and circular holes. This one corresponds to part 1, the front portion. Each portion is going to have one semicircle and a circular hole of diameter 10 units. and the radius of the semicircle is given as 15 units. So let us draw the semicircle and circular hole in the front view for the front portion of the solid. Let us locate the center first. It is located at the midpoint of this particular. And once the midpoints are located and the center is located, we have to draw the lines from the corners of the shortest diagonal on to the opposite sides. These things we have seen in the previous session. And let us complete the semicircle. So let me represent once again how the center is to be located. First we have to locate the midpoints and then draw the axial lines. The point of intersection is going to give us the center, and from the corners of the shortest diagonal we have to draw the lines so that they meet the midpoints onto the opposite sides. And once it is over, we have to complete the semicircle onto the front side. And this portion of arc is to be drawn for the other layers also, the previous one. So in order to develop this particular arc onto the other layers, I mean the bottom layer of the first portion and the front and back layers of the second portion. This point is to be moved along the same direction of thickness of the lamination. Similarly, for the other two layers also, layers of the other lamination also, we have to do the same. The distance through which the point is to be moved should be equal to the thickness of the lamination. Here it is given as 10 units, hence the point is to be moved along that direction by 10 units. And with the same radius, we have to construct the arcs. Very simple it is. After that, we have to draw the tangential lines for each portion. And once we feel that the things are right, we can make it dark. After that, let us draw the circular hole of diameter 10 units. For that, we have to construct the rhombus as represented here. And once the rhombus is over, join the midpoints from the from the corners of the shortest diagonal. So these things also were explained in a clear way in the previous sessions. So here I am making dark all these three arcs are to be drawn by representing the points So we have to join them tangentially with respect to the front layer. Now let us come to the circular hole and semicircle which is to be drawn in the front view. Here also we have got front and back portions. I mean front layer and back layer. First let us do for the front one. Locate the center and join the midpoints from the corners of the shortest diagonal. Develop the semicircle. With that length draw an arc, and similarly with that radius construct the arc which completes the semicircle here for the top portion. And in order to develop the semicircle for the bottom, move that point downwards such that the length will be equal to the thickness of that part. Here it is given as 10 units, so the point has been moved through 10 units along z direction, I mean negative z direction downwards. Similarly, this point also is to be moved 10 units downwards and make the arc the same way. Join them tangentially. That completes the development of semicircle for both front and top and bottom layers. Next, let us go for the construction of the circular hole of 10 units diameter here. So these things are to be done the same way that we have done earlier. Simply construct the rhombus having the side which is equal to the diameter of the circle, and once the construction of the rhombus is completed, join the midpoints from the corners of the shortest diagonal and construct the arcs in this shown here like this. So that completes the construction of the solid. So once it is over, we can make it dark with the pencil. And after the completion of the isometric view of the solid, we can erase the necessary the lines which are not required for us. You can say these are supporting lines that we have used. So here in the bottom, one more line we have to consider. This concludes the session. In the next session, I am going to deal some more diagrams related to engineering drawing. And it would be very much helpful for me if you subscribe to my channel and share my videos, like them. Obviously, it is going to help the students in a good way. And keep watching my videos. This is Shiva Viram signing off. Thank you.